In this video, we'll troubleshoot some of the most common issues with the Amp Made. Hey there, Kyle Shields from UltimateReloader.com. While Gavin was at SHOT Show, he talked to Matt Finley from Amp, and Matt had told Gavin about some of the most common issues that users will run into when using the Amp Made. And one of the most common problems was that the Amp Made would cycle once, it would stop, and then beep. And so when it's doing that, what you'll want to do is adjust this switch here. So what's happening is that this ejector lever is not fully engaging this switch, and you can hear a tactile clicky sound when the switch is activating. So if you notice that your lever isn't clicking the switch fully in, what you'll want to do is hold on the bottom of the step motor here and bend the switch ever so slightly forward. Just a little bit of adjustment can go a long way. So just adjust it slightly inward into the unit a little bit, and then try it again and see if that fixes this issue. The second most common problem is that the shell holder arm does not move all the way back after annealing. And what could be causing that is that there are two set screws on this shaft on the unit here. And you'll want to take a 2.5mm hex key and tighten these screws ever so slightly. And in my case, it's actually a good thing to check, I haven't done that yet. Only the back one there needed cinched down a little bit, but tighten those set screws and see if that solves that issue. The third most common problem is that the insert mechanism, which is this plastic piece back here, doesn't push a case all the way into the shell holder. What you'll want to do for that issue is there's a metal tab right here that runs vertical. You'll want to push that ever so slightly towards the back of the unit or towards the case. And when you do that, that should fix that common issue. All right, and lastly, the thing I want to mention is update your firmware if you're having issues or connectivity issues, especially with the Amp Mark II DB being a newer unit. When we first used the Amp Mark II DB and the Amp Made together, the first thing I did was updated the firmware, and everything worked really well right from the get-go. And in fact, I think a lot of the connectivity issues that I had with the previous Amp Mark II and the Amp Made have went away, so it seems like they've really chipped away and solved that issue that I was personally having, which is awesome. Before it was really hard to get these two units to talk to each other, but now I found that if I power on the Amp Mark II DB and then I power on the Amp Made like about 2 seconds later, it seems to connect every single time. So go to Amp's website and download the latest firmware update. It's not something you need to do all the time. It's not like your phone or anything. So you don't really need to update your firmware on the Amp Mark II DB all the time, but do check once in a while because there might be some new features or bug fixes that they've done. It's worth checking and keeping an eye on. As you see, I didn't do any of the fixes I recommended because honestly, this thing is working really smoothly. I didn't want to mess with my settings. This did take some time to set up, and we're just annealing some Alpha 6-dasher brass that we were doing last time in the last video here. Everything still works really smoothly. I just pulled these out of our bins here, and it's good to go. As you see, it's running cases just fine. I don't have the whole Dillon case feeder on here yet because just for this demonstration I didn't want to do a whole bunch of setup, to be honest. So just wanted to show you that, hey, everything is still working and you can get this thing running really smoothly if you have a bit of patience. And hopefully some of these fixes have helped you. Let me know what you guys think. Have you had any fixes or issues or frustrations with the Amp Made? Do you have one? What are you using it for? Are you using it for 6-dasher, 6GT, or any other cartridge? Let me know. Also, do you have an Amp Mark II DB, and what do you think of it? So, that's all for this one, guys, and until next time, I'll see you all later.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're watching Ultimate Reloader on TV and want to take advantage of free resources, exclusives, and hot deals, just hold your camera phone up to the QR code, tap on the link, fill out the information, boom, you're getting Ultimate Reloader emails. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. Thanks again for watching.